for a new truck for your business? Look no farther. Come on down to A.J. Doman Chevrolet, where we got $12,000 off every remaining 23 medium duty in stock. And more trucks arriving daily. It's all happening at A.J. Doman Chevrolet, where we say yes when others say no. A.J. Doman Chevrolet, your business elite dealer, at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And you know, when we have some good things going on down south over in Lafourche, we always like to check in with Chet Chesson. Chet, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me again, Keith.
Absolutely. Of course, Executive Director of the Port Fourchon. And so, man, there are so many good things going on down there. I know there's been a little transition here with some staff and stuff. Let's talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so unfortunately, one of our longest serving Port Commissioner, Mr. Larry Griffin, passed away a few weeks ago. And, you know, we wish he and his family, we wish his family well, and we're praying for them, continued prayer for them as they mourn the loss of Mr. Larry Griffin, again, our longest serving Port Commissioner of about 32 years.
Wow.
So we appreciate all his service and everything he's done for our community and serving on the Port Commission. But to follow up with that, Mr. Ted Savoy, this is his third time being nominated and accepted and becoming a Port Commissioner as a fill-in for any people that in the past that have either resigned or unfortunately passed away. Mr. Ted Savoy has stepped up to the plate and is coming on for the next 6 months. So from now until our board meeting in January, when the new board takes office in January, Mr. Ted Savoy will be filling in for in that seat F, Mr. Larry Griffin's seat.
Yeah, and those are 6-year terms, is that correct? Whenever they get it?
Yes, those are 6-year non-staggered terms. We had qualifications earlier this year or in July for the seats, and 8 of the 9 seats went unopposed. So all the people that you see in all the seats outside of seat F went unopposed. Mr. Larry Griffin had made the decision not to run again. So that seat was coming open.
Right.
So unfortunately, between the time that he made that decision and now, he has since passed away. And again, Mr. Ted Savoy, we thank him for stepping up to take that seat. And then there will be an election for that seat F on November 5th, the same day as the presidential election, and they'll take office in the beginning of January.
Right. Well, we wish y'all well with the replacements for those. And again, very glad that Mr. Larry Griffin was such a long-standing individual in the community as a Port Commissioner and really providing all of those supports in the area. And so we certainly wish his family well along with you. One of those things that is very nice to see and hear is when the state recognizes the value of not only individuals, but the work that's done over at Port Fourchon. Let's talk a little bit about Governor Jeff Landry's latest appointment.
Yeah, so in this last legislative session, there was a commission that was created called the Louisiana Ports and Waterways Investment Commission. Basically a group of folks coming together on this commission to work for the betterment of our ports in the state of Louisiana. We have 32 public ports in the state of Louisiana. And, obviously with, we need to tap into the assets that we have in our ports and our waterways in the state of Louisiana. We've done a good job thus far. This commission is tasked with trying to enhance all of those great things that we have in our state when it comes to our ports and our waterways, and just make them even better and take us to the next level. So I'm excited about joining up this group of amazing people that are going to come together to better the state of Louisiana from an economic standpoint and from a ports and waterways standpoint, and happy and honored to be serving in that capacity on that board as a commissioner.
Yeah, very exciting about that. And you know, it's one of those things where you don't have to look very far to see the value, the impact, and what happens down in Port Fourchon. We've talked about it time and time again about the economic impact, but it's nice to be able to see the administrative respect for what it is that you guys do and do so very, very well, and especially with regards to your leadership. I know it's not something you're ever going to want to talk about in detail, but we can do it. And just really, it's great to see that at the state level that they're seeing the value in that.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And after, you know, I'm kind of at that point in my career. I've been with the Port Commission for 19 years in September. September 12th will be 19 years. I've been working for the Port Commission here. And, you know, it's 14 and a half years now that I've been the port director. So at this point in my career, it's, you know, it's again, an honor to be recognized as a leader when it comes to ports and economic impact through the state, and really to work with my colleagues and represent my colleagues on this commission as we, again, try to move the state forward in a better and bigger way when it comes to our ports and our waterways.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where you spend that much time there, you really get to know all of the different aspects about what the port does. And because you've been in the leadership role 14 and a half years now as executive director, not only have you seen what it does grounds level, right, with boots on the ground, you get to see the planning of that and the goals and the expansion of that. And as we welcome in these new different ways to maybe see how we can conserve energy and preserve energy, to do what we've always done and build on that and make it additional. Really exciting to be able to see all the things that the port's done, all of the accolades that are now being received for that, and quite frankly, moving on with that. So congratulations. Thank you for all the hard work that you put in and all of the honor that you get for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Keith, for that and recognizing this on the program today.
We appreciate it. Chet, thanks for joining us as always. And that will do it for this particular segment, but don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.